Mathematicians tend to be a little bit lazy, or if you're being nice, efficient. And so when we have a form, what it is something that we've manipulated algebraically to tell us key information quickly. So let's go ahead and look at slope-intercept form as an example of that. So slope-intercept form is also called at times y equals form, and it's the function notation of a line. Slope-intercept form tells us that it's telling us the slope, which we've seen before. We usually use m to represent the slope, and the y-intercept, which in this case would be represented by b. Now we'll talk more later about kind of how those tell us the slope and y-intercept, but for now we're just defining them. M is the slope and b is the y-intercept, or more formally 0b is the y-intercept. Now, what is that telling us? Well, the slope is giving us our directions, and the y-intercept is giving us a starting point. One thing I would point out is a line is infinite, so there is more than one starting point. But if you combine these two together, you have the correct path in the correct location. And that's really all that you need to know where and what a graph will look like. Now, one thing that I do want to point out real quick is the x and the y that are here. Well, hopefully x and y sounds familiar to you because we've seen that before. X and y are just telling us about a point. More specifically, it's telling us about any point on this line. Now, let's be clear. There are an infinite number of points on a line, so you could never find all of these points because they just go on forever and ever and ever. However, any point on this line can be substituted in for that x and y, which we'll use later to find the slope or the y-intercept when we don't have all the pieces of the puzzle yet.